What's up, everyone? This sun thing right now. There we go. At least it's sunny in Georgia, right? So, 13 weeks out. I am about to go train legs. Probably record some snippets here and there of my leg workout. And also, super excited because my new posing suit came in. I am beyond excited for it. There's some Q&A about PED questions that you guys have asked. Dive into more of that, but I need to drink some pre-workout. I'm still doing non-stim. I'm doing a little bit of caffeine here and there. My calories got cut today, so I'm not suffering, to be honest. I'm feeling good, feeling energetic. I'm getting better sleep, so cheers to that, because that doesn't happen very often in prep. So the days I don't have a videographer is the day I really need a videographer, because I always rush my rest periods and I usually overexert myself. So right now I have a headache, which has been happening 9 out of 10 of my lay days lately. So finishing up with some abductors for your inner thighs, which is super important for wellness, in case you didn't know, as well as abductors, which I've been smashing those because my outer glutes need to grow so they can be visible from the front, and I definitely think I've accomplished that this off season, which is awesome. So here we go. Just got home from the gym and I'm making a little bit of a stir fry. I don't know why my pan is not heating up right now. But I put in an egg, rice, carrots, peas, and fish with some garlic powder, onion powder, ginger, and my favorite additive ever, coconut aminos. Oh, hi, husband.
Hi.
What you doing?
I am pouring water.
Drinky drink. Hydration is key.
Trying to get big.
Mm-hmm.
Water is like the most underrated nutrient of all times.
Gut health 101.
Macronutrient that doesn't get considered a macro.
So I just showered. I'm feeling a lot better. And this is what you all have been waiting for anyways, is to hear my discussion on performance enhancing products for women. Now, reminder, I'm not a doctor. Please always consult a medical professional. This is education/entertainment purposes only. And most of these products are still considered illegal, especially. So you need to be smart about anything that you are considering for your health and your performance. So, I've gotten a lot of questions over the past several months about performance enhancers. What should I use if I'm doing this division? Is it okay to run this cycle for this length of time? XYZ. And to be honest with you, it really, really depends on the person. And before you run any type of androgynous or performance enhancing substance, even as simple as a stimulant, you should get blood work done. Now hear me out. I've done several videos on this too, like what labs you should do and why it's important. So if you decide to run maybe a testosterone based product and you get your labs or you get a Dutch test and it identifies that your pathways go down a certain route that leads to more androgen dominance, you start taking that substance, what's going to happen? Well, you're going to increase your androgens more that you're already having issues with. And lo and behold, you're probably going to get side effects a lot faster. One of the most common ones is you lose your period. Now, keep in mind, every single time that you put a substance that is an artificial hormone in your body, it's going to create a long-term effect. The more you use it, the more it's going to linger in your health history, creating potential issues. We're seeing a lot of this with female birth control. Now I'm gonna get haters saying, oh my God, don't talk about birth control, it's not a steroid. Bullshit, it's not a steroid. because last I checked, it's fake hormones. Last I checked, it turns off your hormone production within your body so that you can't get pregnant. So, needless to say, look at men who take testosterone. If they start artificially adding testosterone into their body, it turns off their natural production. And over time, some of these men who use and abuse testosterone and other products and substances can become sterile. It happens. Now, there are ways that you can mitigate that, just like there are ways to mitigate it with females and infertility issues who've been on birth control for 10 plus years, which happens so often because women get on at age 13 to 15 or 16 whenever their mom is like, oh my God, you're having hormonal acne and cramps. Let's throw you on this pill because this will help ease those symptoms, when it's really induced by your environment, your food, stress, most of the time. Some genetics, but needless to say, that's where the steroids, PEDs comes into play, is if you don't know your health history or you don't know where your hormones are right now, you can have issues from even one cycle of Anavar. And I've had friends that have had issues with that. So, here we go. I had somebody ask me the other day on Instagram. They were like, okay, Caroline, what's a normal cycle of Anavar? Here's the thing. Each person is different, and you need to proceed with caution. I've heard cycles for 4 weeks up to a show. I've heard cycles lasting over 10 weeks. Honestly, the safest route usually is 6 or 8 weeks. And however long you're on that cycle is how long you should taper off. So, if you run Anavar for 8 weeks, after that 8 weeks, you need to take 8 weeks of a break from any anabolic steroid. It clears up your receptor cells. You need that in order for them to work. Otherwise, that's where you see people increasing dosage. So, on that same flip of a coin, Caroline, what's the average dosage that I should look at when it comes to Anavar? If you look at anything online talking about safety for women, the reason Anavar is used so often is because, number one, it's more accessible, and number two, the long-term side effects for its use are less severe because of the molecular compounds of the product, if it's real. So when you're putting it in, most people, you want to start conservative and low. So that's about 5 milligrams, 7.5 milligrams per day. Depending on the athlete or the female and their physique, you can increase that. However, another caution is I would not recommend going over 15 or 20 milligrams. Honestly, you're just going down a path of potential health risks with your liver, your kidney, your gut health, side effects, which people for some reason are not afraid of. Even these girls who are going on steroids at age 21, 22, okay, good luck when you're 28 years old and you have an enlarged clitoris, face full of hair, and your jawline's changed because your bone structure's changed. Now, that's extremes, but it does happen with overuse and continued use of these substances. Not necessarily just Anavar. Anavar is usually a base for most women. You look at some bikini athletes, they're on Anavar, they're on Primo, they're on clenbuterol. You've got all these things. So, segueing into Primobolan, that's another commonly used one in females that is more along the lines of safe. Now, the difference with Anavar versus Primobolan, Anavar usually is in a tablet form, Primobolan injectable. Primo is often faked for test. Get a testing kit. Dave Palumbo has testing kits on his site. I'm not endorsed by Dave. I just know that he has resources. Get a testing kit from there and test it. You can test your Anavar too. So I would highly recommend that if you're planning to go that route and you're going to be spending money. Primo is expensive if it's real, so you might as well test it. And if you're purchasing stuff through the black market anyways, you're probably not going to be able to get a refund, so there goes your luck. But anyways, with Primo, you typically don't want to run it, once again, 6 to 8 weeks, and you're doing 70 to 100 milligrams per week, usually splitting it 2 doses during the week so that it stays stable in your body. And if you look at half-lives of some of these steroids, they all vary, but that's something that you want to consider as well. So, we've got options, right? Tools in the toolbox. I've talked about this before. High-level athletes in all sports use some type of a performance enhancer, even if it's just caffeine. Caffeine is a performance-enhancing substance. It's just a matter of being legal versus illegal versus getting it from your doctor. You can get Anavar from a doctor. You can get testosterone. You can get a lot of different things from a doctor. Now, you need to be careful because a female should not be just getting testosterone. If you're not getting progesterone with it, usually you're going to have issues. So be careful, be mindful, and know that, PEDs, any type of substance that can affect not only your brain, but the connection with your brain to your reproductive organs, that's where there's caution. Because the steroids, they go into the body, they can open up the cells, they can help us build more muscle, increase our natural testosterone levels, increase our recovery rates, but there's also potential side effects. So that's a really high level. I do one-off consults on specific cycles, or if you have questions about specific products, pairing them together, how to post-cycle therapy, which is extremely important. Women who don't PCT are setting themselves up for even more issues. If you're not taking milk thistle and TUDCA during a cycle, your kidney and liver are going to suffer, period. Just like if you're drinking alcohol. You should not be drinking alcohol when you're running a cycle either. And that's just a no-no, guys especially. So that is kind of the end of that topic. But all in all, there's not a lot of resources on YouTube about this, because I remember when I was first getting into the sport, learning about it, and I was like, I just want to learn. Wasn't sure if I was going to enhance or what I wanted to do. So I started researching, and a lot of it you have to find via textbooks and written material. There's not a lot on YouTube. So I hope you guys find this helpful, and once again know that every single person's bio-individual. I'm not bashing anybody's decisions. I'm just telling you from my experience, from people that I've seen have severe health issues and implications from taking performance enhancers, and I don't want to see other people go down that path. So another thing I wanted to quickly talk about was I had some people actually comment about my necklace. So I start wearing it during prep because I won it last year when I won the wellness championship at the Mel Harbor Classic in Florida. And sometimes I get motivation from different things, and I really enjoy jewelry, but this is very sentimental for me because not only was it my first time doing wellness, but being able to be named one of the first wellness champions, it's one of those things that I won't ever take for granted, and truly just cherish that excitement and opportunity, and knowing in myself, I have the heart of a champion. I have the capability to be a champion. I just need to train, and I need to work hard and continue to do the right things and help people. And remember, at my core, I have potential to enhance someone's life and help someone. And doing videos like this, I can help people talk about topics that are usually taboo and nobody wants to talk about, and share the tough times and be transparent, because that's one of my gifts. Yay for being a Cancer for my zodiac friends out there. But either way, thank you guys so much. Once again, and look forward to sharing more as we get closer and closer to the show. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm getting this close. It's crazy. Crazy. So, make it a great day, y'all.